Book 1, Chapter 9, Magical Beast, Velocidragon, Part 2. Captain, what's going on up ahead? Lori said in a quiet voice to Hillman. A hint of a smile played at Hillman's lips. That mysterious Magus seems to be at odds with that party over there. Just stay here and watch. No need for us to interfere. Hillman himself was only a warrior of the 6th rank. In truth, he didn't dare to interfere either. The Velocidragon alone was something he would not be able to fight off, much less the mysterious Magus. The strength of the 7-man party in front of the Magus was not weak either. 5 of them were warriors, while the other 2 were magi. The leader of their party was a powerfully built man with tousled red hair who rode a pitch-black iron bull. The 2 sharp horns of the iron bull glittered under the light, dark and deadly. Its blood-red eyes gave testament to the true nature of this bull, vampiric iron bull, a magical beast of the 5th rank. With a snort, smoke began to emit from the bull's nostrils as well. Of the 7 people in the party, 4 were men, 3 were women. Both of the magi were women, while the 3rd woman was an archer. Aside from the vampiric iron bull, a huge griffin floated in midair. Griffin, a magical beast of the 4th rank. It had the head of a lion, but a pair of enormous, powerful wings. For a party to have 2 magical beasts and 2 magi, clearly this adventuring party was no ordinary one. Youngsters, it'd be better if you handed the hanged DeBarrow Shadow Diamond over. The mysterious man seated on the Velocidragon said a second time, his voice cold. Lord Magus, we don't wish to be your enemy, but in order to acquire this DeBarrow Shadow Diamond, we spent countless amounts of time and effort. The value of it exceeds 100,000 gold coins, but you, Lord Magus, want to buy it from us for just 700 coins. This is impossible, the red-headed leader of the group said in a solemn voice. Listening to the conversation from far away, Lindley, by Hillman's side, now understood everything. So this mysterious Magus wanted to spend 700 gold to purchase this DeBarrow Shadow Diamond, which was worth 100,000. Wow, the price of that diamond? Lindley was shocked. For it to be worth so much money, clearly this DeBarrow Shadow Diamond must have some significance attached to it. Otherwise, it wouldn't cause this Magus to be willing to lower his status and try to forcibly buy it. An offer of 700 gold for an item worth 100,000. No wonder the small party was unwilling to accept. Humph! The mysterious Magus coldly harumphed. I only have 700 gold on me. Right now, I'm still willing to use money to buy it from you. If you lot don't know how to take a few steps back and do what's best for you, then not only will you not receive a single gold coin, you will also lose your little lives. The Magus said in a frozen voice. Grrr! The Velocidragon, taller than most of the houses in the town, let out a deep growl, causing all the houses nearby to shudder. Captain, we risked our lives to obtain this DeBarrow Shadow Diamond. How can we so easily cower in front of this guy and give it away? A woman in black said coldly. As an experienced adventuring party, these 7 people had experienced many battles and wouldn't easily submit. The red-haired captain said in a solemn voice, Honored Lord Magus, I am of the kingdom of Fenlai's Cayley clan. This captain wanted to use his background to force the opponent down. But unfortunately, powerful magi usually were eccentric and didn't give a whit about noble families. You all have chosen death, the mysterious Magus sneered coldly. Careful. In a flash, the 7-person party raised its guard. The 4 warriors charged in front, the female archer in behind pulled out her strongest bow, and the 2 female magi began to prepare magic. Roar! The huge Velocidragon opened its mouth, and an enormous plume of fire erupted from its fangs, headed directly for the party. Where the fire came near, the very stone road underneath the fire blast began to warp, crack, and even shatter from the intense heat as the entire road charred black. Careful, the red-haired leader said in a deep voice as his entire body became suffused with red-colored battle chi. The other 3 warriors activated their battle chi as well. The red-haired leader wielded an enormous claymore in his 2 hands. With rapid speed, he fiercely swung it against a nearby stone wall, and with a thundering sound, the stone wall collapsed as hundreds of rocks rolled down to the floor and dust exploded outwards. Just at this time, the fire from the Velocidragon enveloped the 4 men, who used their battle chi to resist it. Ha! The red-haired man kicked a large rock nearly half a meter long at the Magus. The other three warriors did the same, also kicking large rocks with the speed and power of enormous slingshots. The four rocks split the air, howling as they pierced forth towards the Magus. Swish, swish, swish! One after another, a barrage of rocks assaulted the Magus. In the twinkling of an eye, all the rocks from the collapsed wall were used up. Seeing this battle from afar, Lindley's hands were tightly clenched. How incredible! They actually dared to use their feet to kick such huge rocks. Watching the four men unceasingly kick the huge rocks, he felt all the more in awe of warriors in general. Although, the Velocidragon is even more terrifying. Staring at the Velocidragon, Lindley watched as its whip-like tail snapped about, dancing in front of it. Crack! 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 One giant rock after another was smashed into smithereens. The rocks couldn't even come close to harming the Magus on the Velocidragon's back. Swoosh! The Velocidragon's tail seemed to be totally unimpeded. It covered an enormous area, and whenever it casually passed by a stone house, it sliced through it as though the house was made of mud. The stones would be shattered without any resistance. As one house after another began to collapse, stones rolled about everywhere, and the entire area was bathed in dust. Roar! Even in the middle of the dust storm, the Velocidragon's mighty roar could be heard, and it continued to vomit fire from its jaws. This entire time, the two female magi in the back of the party were continuously mumbling magical incantations in a light voice. The words of magic were totally different from the common tongue spoken on the Yulan continent. It was much more awkward sounding and complex. Before too much time had passed, the two female magi finished their incantations. Protective icy carapace, the two female magi chanted out in a low voice. Bright light erupted from their bodies, with four rays covering the four male warriors with a translucent crystalline armor. The red-haired leader was delighted. With the protective icy carapace supporting his battle chi, he now felt more confident in this battle. Attack! The red-haired leader ordered. The four warriors shot out four more rocks at nearly the same time, attacking the mounted Magus simultaneously. Immediately following, the four warriors charged forward like arrows released from bows as they shot towards the Velocidragon.